is your friendly visual aid welcoming you to the 1969 Operators Review.
Good evening, everybody. Tonight's program is made up of this year's quality programs which always come to you from the ABC. Do I hear applause? The most important event of the year was the man's first step on the moon, and most of us followed Apollo 11 from beginning to end. I did. I had to bloody well record it. The most disappointing event, however, was Apollo 12, where no sooner did the astronauts arrive on the moon and the world stopped getting pictures. We are now in a position to reveal the momentous events that occurred and the complex technical equipment that can so easily fail on these occasions.
Apollo 12 to Houston, preparing to land on the moon. Over. Hey, Houston to the ABC. Are you recording?
Are you recording videotape?
No, on tape. We can't record this unless we first get an ident.
Videotape, you've got to record this program. This is coming from Moon.
Hang on a second, I'll go and get the senior.
Listen, we can't record this program unless we got a damn ident from you, mate. It's signed on this speak sheet from E.L.K. Travis. And you can ring him on 2AO if you want him.
This has got to be recorded. I've got an even bigger memo from the GM.
Hey, Tone, come and get a tape on, mate.
Tape recording. Tape given up recording.
By the time Apollo 12 sent an ident, it was the crib lunch break and nobody was there to record it. The second big event of the year was the federal elections. Of all the interviews made during and after the campaign, the most interesting was the one made by the Prime Minister when he knew he had won and was busy choosing his cabinet. Our exclusive interview with the Prime Minister was made by Mike Willesee and Argus Duft.
Is it true, Prime Minister, that you plan to suspend the producers of this show because of certain sketches?
Perhaps. Who knows?
But the whole review is only for the viewing audience of Channel 2. We don't even know if we can complete it.
I haven't yet seen it, but I understand that it's been completed. I understand it's just been completed.
May I now come to this statement about your alleged conduct at King's Cross?
Which statement was this?
No, the one in which you claimed in your election speech to ban the cross to everybody but members of Parliament.
Yes, I did. I approve of the statement, and I approve of your quotation of it.
Well, sir, you give the meaning this statement that Parliament House is no better than the Pink Pussycat.
Well, yes, I go along with it if I give it this meaning.
Did you ask Senator Nelson along to Canberra to make a Minister of Culture?
No. Just pointing out some of the facts of life.
Boy, what a laugh. What a story.
And you had her alone in Parliament House?
Not alone. Other ministers were with me, too.
And were all parties favourable to her as Minister?
Whatever one does with a large group of people, one is never going to please everybody.
We have heard that you have left the lodge and now live at the Pink Pussycat. Will it be for long?
Well, it depends on how I'm feeling. If I'm feeling good and healthy, I think when I'm feeling good and healthy, I think it'll be lovely to be there for a long time.
Now, getting back to this review, would you give a straight answer if you consider the ABC is at fault for producing it?
It's my fault that something's gone wrong.
Has the ABC made any mistakes?
Not terribly often, maybe once or twice.
And finally, sir, could you reassure me especially whether we are guilty or not of making this frank interview?
I would think, on the whole, not guilty.
Minister, thanks for talking with Four Corners.
When interviewed, Miss Nelson was heard to say, "What's Ainsley Gotto that I haven't?" And we haven't seen our interviewer since. All Australians think that 1970 is their bicentenary year. But 1969 is a bicentenary year for Frenchmen throughout the world. It's 200 years since Napoleon was born. And for 200 years, Frenchmen throughout the world have been celebrating the Battle of Waterloo.
Un, deux. Forward, brave soldiers! Match a ball, fire. Oh, gadzooks, I'm wounded.
I'm suffering from a shot.
Mustard gas. Put on your gas masks. Thank you.
Fire.
Je suis flambé.
Waiter, the bill, please.
Many of our staff met their own Waterloo when they got in front of a camera.
Melbourne Evans inquiry. Today, the junior officer of the watch on the American destroyer said he believed it was the destroyer's responsibility to stay clear of the Melbourne. The inquiry is being held at Subic Bay in the Philippines, and the officer of the watch on the American destroyer... Aye? The new officer of the watch.
I don't know. All this fuss just for the groceries. Well, it's a living.
You just don't say that about royalty, and Bill Peach's remarks about politicians left the ABC no alternative but the action they took.
I regret that I have but one life to give to the ABC.
So do I. I get double time per head.
Oh well, the ABC always wanted to cut me down to size.
Well, here's another 6 inches to the ABC. We now present some of next year's programmes in the hope that they won't get axed too.
This is the look to look forward to.
Magic of music will still go on during the musicians' strike.
The magic of music. With Eric Jopp and his orchestra.
some programs will begin to copy ideas from shows on the commercial channels.
Good evening, viewers. Tonight we review the different codes of football. Now this man plays rugby league, popular in New South Wales and Queensland. This man plays Australian rules, for you fans from the south. And this man plays soccer.
Excuse me, it's called association football.
It might be association football to you, but it's soccer to me.
Soccer to me, soccer to me, soccer to me.
Here comes the judge, here comes the judge.
Maybe some of you operators thought that you were hard work during the year. But on one production, according to the Staff Association, the ABC finally got blood from a stone.
Look, your castle walls are blood-stained. Look, the walls are bleeding. Bleeding. Bleeding.
A new recruit will possibly replace Sue Becker in her exercises for this coming year. He was her star pupil and does most of his exercises, as you see, in casual dress. He's also a musician in his spare time. You carefully lift the right leg, ladies and gentlemen, around your neck and bend forward and pray. Bend backwards and pray that you can bend forwards again. Carefully lift it and touch the ground with your nose, ladies and gentlemen, and sit up again and hope for the best. This position is very good for peak-hour buses and is carefully known to make any person insane on a bus. We'll now sit there and meditate how we're going to get our leg down from our neck, and we carefully do it. We then bring our left leg, goodness gracious me, yes, we'll carefully bring our left leg around and meditate on our back, Can we ever get on a peak-hour bus in this position? Bending forward and touching the ground with our nose this time, we bring our, goodness gracious, this is called a double reef knot in naval terms, and we do hope that we can untie ourselves, carefully stretching out and hoping for the best, ladies and gentlemen. We hope to survive the rest of the day after our peak hour.
Job testing furniture for the ABC's new officers while conducting interviews.
Rationalized his labor because his son was not more there, but these investments are much too high because his son was not more there, but these investments are much too high in this
If you think that television makes fluff, we present by courtesy of Four Corners the fluffs that the papers you can trust make.
The Australian press is as diligent as ever in analysing and adding to the errors of society. Some of its accidental insights have been notable. It tackled, for instance, the problems of spiritual endeavour.
Christians were meant to be people with girl loins who were ready for action and with a clear sense of purpose.
Although the purpose was, of course, a matter for debate.
British crumpet for the bishop.
And for some to explain it.
Miracle baby photos, page 28. Bishop didn't do it, page 68.
So that if occasionally enthusiasm outran discretion,
human sacrifice by the Archbishop of Canterbury,
there would be rescue at hand.
Christ is coming to reign on earth under the auspices of the Campsie Christadelphian Ecclesia.
But until Campsie had organised the millennium, there were mundane problems to be solved. The press was concerned about the pitfalls of marriage, pointing out that they often began at the wedding.
The reception was held in the Blacktown School of Arts, 83 guests being received by the mother of the bride, wearing black frock and blue excessa bean seed badly infested with groom's mother, wearing London tan and blue accessories.
And this sort of thing could lead to early problems of adjustment.
The wedding was very quiet. The honeymoon ding was very quiet.
only relieved, apparently, by one memorable outing.
At Glen Burnie, the Mount Gambier Racing Club provided a sex event program for enthusiasts. Those with sufficient energy left attended the opening of the trotting season at the showgrounds.
The political leaders were not immune from family strife.
Sir Robert Menzies today broke a bottle of champagne over Dame Patty's nose.
Many newspapers regretted, of course, that marital difficulties finished up so often in the courts. Not that the Australian bench need fear comparison with others.
Most states are expected to follow suit and end once and for all the superiority of English pervy councillors over the Australian judiciary.
And in fact, a constant theme of the press has been pride in the national character, summed up in this account of stubborn endurance.
But he praised the Australian Secret Service for its discretion. I was able to carry on for nearly 10 years without a leak, he said. That was very comforting.
Extraordinary.
A short ad now to show what the girls on Bondi are doing to help their suntan.
It's a school summer, the sun is hot. Go cool off in a peaceful spot. Make sure refreshments here. Now that it's summertime, hey school, say school, School International Beer.
Try the great taste of Skoal. See for yourself why beer drinkers in 35 countries around the world agree. It's a refreshing world with Skoal. Now brewed in Ontario and available throughout the province.
It's a school summer, take it easy. Find a place that's bright and breezy. Make sure refreshments near. Now that it's summertime, hey school, give a cheer. Say school, School International Beer.
Play school will go into adult viewing time.
There's a bear in there, and a chair as well. There are people with games and stories to tell. Open wide, come inside. It's play school.
Good morning, you little darlings, and welcome to play school. Oh, Donald's pretending, he's a puppy dog. And I think I'll be a pussycat. Yeah. Oh. I think it's time we look through our magic windows. Through the magic windows. The magic windows!
Now, camera one. Very slowly.
And now to conclude, here's an important announcement. Fairy Leg Filler and the Amateur Broadcasting Company take great pleasure in announcing that Graham Kennedy has been signed for a limited period to star in a multi-million-dollar lunchtime epic. It's our great pleasure to show for the first time on the ABC the pilot of his new show, What's New.
Well, this is very strange. Have a look here. At least 25% of all industrial injuries occur from lifting, carrying, pushing or pulling equipment the wrong way. The other 75% of the injuries, I think, come from that last thing we had on. This movable training aid shows the right way to lift and the wrong way to lift. The only thing of it is that I don't think anybody told me which is wrong and which is right. But once you know how to do it, there are some directions there. Oh, silly Graham, I should have read them. But you can, you see what happens to the back if you lift the wrong way. All those little blocks go funny, which I suppose is, really your spine. And his legs come off too. See, now that is definitely. This is definitely the wrong way to lift, you see, because that hurts you terribly. And lifting quickly is not good. I'll show you lifting quickly. This is very bad. If you lift quickly. Oh no! Oh dear. Well, he'll have to go in there. Sorry, there we are. There we are. There he is. That, I don't know. It wasn't my intention to. I'm not making fun of it. There is a right way to do it, and you can show people how to do it. It's a wonderful idea, really, because it doesn't stop you, friends. It's a wonderful idea, a wonderful demonstration. It doesn't stop you from getting a hernia, but afterwards you can see how you got it.
We'll be back after this brief, informative interlude.
We know use new dry band antiperspirant here on Tonga, and we never ruin our clothes.
Of course, we know very much clothes you on Tonga.
I don't know how to present this to you at all. This is a cordless vibrator, and it's been designed like this so that you can carry it in your purse or pocket without any unnecessary bulge or awkwardness. Listen, I'll turn it on for you. To turn it on, all you do is this. Now it's vibrating. And it's marvelous, I want you to know. And you can ease tired muscles with it. Rub in facial creams and smooth underlying tissues. And it's the most remarkable thing to hold when it goes off in your hand, It's all I've got it on. At first we thought it contained a battery, but on opening it up we discovered that inside is a very small, emotionally disturbed pygmy. But it's amusing, it really is. Yeah, this is another one I can't get across to you because you've really got to hold it to get the effect. I suggest one thing, make sure you turn it off. Don't leave its motor running before you put it in your pocket. Because it could be embarrassing on a tram. This next number is very, very difficult. Are we ready for this? Because there are a lot of things in it. You sure? We won't fail. It will be embarrassing nationally. You sure? Well, to do this live, which we are going to do now, to do this live takes a lot of fine direction, lighting, and special effects. Are you sure they're ready? It's very involved. I don't think this has ever been attempted anywhere before live. It's a mad, mad videotape world.
You gotta have heart. All you really need is heart. When the odds are saying you'll never win, that's
when the grin should start. You gotta have hope. Mustn't sit around and mope. Nothing's half as bad as it may appear. Just wait till next year and hope. When your luck is batting zero, get your chin up off the floor. Mister, you can be a hero. You can open any door. There's nothing to it but to do it. You gotta have heart. Miles and miles and miles of heart. Oh, it's fine to be a genius, of course, but keep that old horse before the cart. First you gotta have heart.
A great slugger we haven't got. A great pitcher we haven't got. A great ball club we haven't got.
What do we got? We've got heart. All you really need is heart. When the odds are saying you'll never win, that's when the praise should start. Now you're getting the idea. We've got hope. We don't sit around and moan. Not a solitary sob do we heave, mister, 'cause we've got hope. Boys, I'm proud of you.
We're so happy that we're humming.
That's the hardy thing to do.
'Cause we know our ship will come in. So it's 10 years overdue.
We've got a heart. Miles and miles and miles of heart. Oh, it's fine to be a genius, of course, but keep that old horse before the cart. So what the heck's the use of crying? Why should we quit? We gotta get better, 'cause we can't get worse. And so it. We've got heart. We've got heart. We've got heart. What? We've got heart. All you really need is heart. When the odds are saying you'll never win, that's when a grin should start.
We're so happy that we're laughing.
Ha, ha, ha. That's the hardy thing to do.
So we ain't been autographing. Except a sign and IOU.
We've got heart. Miles and miles of heart. Oh, it's fine to be a genius, of course, but keep that old horse before the cart.
Who minds those pop bottles flying? The hisses and boos.
The team has been consistent.
Yeah, we always